What is up, room 2?
Is that a Kodo in the car?
Hey, what's going on, baby?
Hey,
What's
goddamn, boy.
God damn it, my nigga, goddamn, boy.
How's it going?
Pretty good, man. Gotta work.
You put your girl on the back of the head yet?
Nah. That, next time I have sex, I'll make sure to do that.
I mean, I don't want to be buzzkill, but maybe you shouldn't.
Why not, man?
I mean, I don't have a good reason. I just...
She might like you, man.
We talking about Claw here? I know Claw gonna appreciate it.
No, I think Claw might like you, man. Claw likes strength. Very feminine female, man. Feminine females like strength, man.
Oh shit! I forgot to change my thing back. I made my MBTI type fucking ENSFJP.
Oh, that's what's up, man.
That's what I might be. So you know.
Yeah. I think I'm an ESTP, man. I think I figured it out. I think I'm claiming ESTP from now on.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
If only one of us had a vagina, we could totally get married.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I figured it out. After long contemplation, I realized that it's not in my nature to be monogamous whatsoever. So, yeah.
So does that equate to ESTP?
No, not the ESTP, just me.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, man. Anyway, what's up with you, man?
Shit. Up with me.
All right.
Actually, I just posted on was it Duality Facebook group for INFJs and ESTPs asking questions. Just finished doing that after spending like 6 hours at work. I don't have like headphones or anything, so it's just me and my thoughts for like 6 hours. So
You,
just like, what was that?
what do you do with your money, man? Do you have any bills to pay? Do you just save it up, or just spend it on like just whatever you want, or like, how does it work for you?
So I pretty much pay rent, even though I'm living at home. Then I got a student loan that I've been paying off because I went into college right after high school, and it took me nearly an entire semester to realize I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here.
Oh yeah.
But is there any particular reason why I ask?
No, I was just wondering, man, because I'm doing the same. I'm just working a lot. And I'm just like I'm thinking about getting out and going home. Hey, what's the money I can save? Because I'm saving a lot of money now that I work. I do nothing but work. Like, oh, I'm so busy. I like literally cannot spend money except for food.
Right.
It's pretty nice.
I'll spend money more on random junk if I don't really know what the fuck I'm doing. Like I have an issue where I'll get stuck in routines. It's not really like stuck, like somebody forced me into the routine. It's like I'm just like, oh, okay, I'll just.
But try a new routine out and then get stuck with it, kind of like for a little bit, get into a little pattern.
Yeah, but it's not. It's more. I mean, it's sadder than that. It's like fucking just waiting around to die is what it is.
Yeah.
It's just shit like that. It kind of. Go ahead.
No, it's cool. I feel like I'm the opposite. It feels like I'm not waiting around to die. I feel like I'm just trying random shit all the time until it's time to die. It's like, yeah, I'm just gonna, just try this, try that. I'm not gonna ever get really good at it. Get kind of good at it, and then just be like, oh, this isn't my life purpose. What the fuck? Fuck this. And try something else. And I'm just gonna keep doing that until like I just die. I just either like try something too dangerous, or I just be like, oh, time to die.
See, I feel like I'm just waiting to die, but instead of at least getting out and doing the different shit, I'm not even getting out and doing different shit.
Yeah. Whatever, man. It's all the same shit.
Yeah. See, I got a lot of fun with it in my head. It would be more fun if I could, or not really if I could, but if I did half the crazy shit that was in my head, then life would be way more fun. But I got all the energy in the world to think about random shit, but like it never translates into actual physical action.
Yeah.
It's like like more so than me being like, yeah, I'm gonna go do that. I'm like, damn, I really wish there was somebody who could like kidnap me and make me do that.
Yeah. That's cool, but it's like I do shit, but I feel like there's no meaning behind it. That's like kind of the hard thing where I'm at. It's like, yeah, used to.
I mean, I could find the meaning in a fucking potato. I don't because it seems futile, but it's like, sure. I mean, if you're looking for meaning, there's fucking meaning everywhere. I don't know what the meaning means, but sure.
I'm in like extreme nihilism. Not nihilism. It's like super depressed. I'm in this extreme like existentialism. Just like, yeah.
That was what I was.
There. I'm not like super depressed about it. I'm just like, yeah, I just know I'm doing this shit for no reason. There's no real greater purpose to this all. There's 7 billion of me, 7 billion copies of me doing the same shit. And none of us are right. None of us are right. None of us knows shit. That's just my thoughts.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of talking about a little bit when I was posting in that Facebook group. I was talking about like the duality shit. I'm like, what are ESTPs even supposed to be looking for? Because I'm like, I read these descriptions. I'm like, I'm confused. I don't know what I'm supposed to be offering.
Come on, brother. All right, man. Have a good night. All right, go ahead. You said you're asking ESTPs like what they're looking for.
Yeah, I was asking that, but then I was asking other INFJs. I was like, are any of you confused as to what the fuck you're supposed to be offering? Because I read these descriptions, and it's like, so apparently I'm supposed to be a lot happier than I am, and I'm supposed to be psychic and know shit about things. I'm like, reasonably, how do I accomplish this?
Huh? Yeah.
Well, because it's like people are like, oh, I'm just feeling really bummed out, and it's like, if I don't like know them intimately as a person, like if I haven't been hanging around them for a while and I get a vibe for like who they are and what they like, then I'm just like, oh, well, like I'll try to give it a positive spin and be like, you can do it, you can, but in my head I'm thinking, yeah, your situation sucks. It's probably going to get worse unless you do something about it, but even if you do something about it, it may not necessarily get better, so I don't know how to help you.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't want to be that. Like, I want to be able to have the answer, but
Maybe it's that demonstrative FI.
demonstrative FI.
Yeah.
That's like, no, that's probably the thing that keeps me from saying that to people.
Oh yeah.
It's like that's what I'm thinking in my head, but I don't say it to people. It's like that's the thing that's like, no, if you say that, they're just going to be sadder. So it's like, don't say that. But it's like this, like I get pissed off at myself because it's like I want to be able to, like, if I'm speaking, like if I'm advocating being happy or like loving life or stuff like that, I want to be speaking the truth.
Yeah.
But the issue is I need to be able to feel that in my own life. So if I can't, then I don't want to make it feel like I'm lying to people or like I'm just trying to, help them get by on just fucking air.
Yeah.
But I mean, at the same time, though, it's a temporary problem because it's like I see that that's the problem now, and I pretty much know how to fix it. It's to find these SE doers, try to hook up with them and do some shit until I get some actual experience. That way, when people do have problems, like that's my motivation for doing a lot of different shit. Is that when people are like, I don't know what to do. Like I could be like, well, do some shit because I guarantee you some of it's gonna be cool.
Do something. Meanwhile, you're there like with Cheetos on your stomach. Yeah,
Well, that's the thing is I don't want to be that's what I'm saying though. Is it's like that's why I don't really tell people stuff like that now because I'm not doing it. Like I want to be doing it. I don't want to be the guy with Cheetos on my stomach while I'm telling people go live your life because I'm like I have to fucking do that first.
Yeah. That's that demonstrative TE shit that I got. It's like, yeah, I'll tell you step by step how you can get this shit done. Meanwhile, I'm not fucking like consistent whatsoever or like plan shit out, but I can tell you all about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's like your gift that you can't follow. It's the advice that you yourself cannot ever assimilate into your own life.
Yeah, well, I think where my NI shines through a bit more, thank God, is that it's like they're more situational problems that we're having.
Yeah.
It's like you're talking about that being in the situation of like maybe even multiple situations of you giving people advice, telling them how to do stuff, but then you can't really follow your own advice.
Yeah.
It's like you may be able to see other people and see the problems that they have, and it may be more clear because you're not the one living their problems. So maybe you can see them a bit more objectively.
Yeah.
Whereas your own shit, it's like if you try to take the same approach that you're advocating to other people, it may not work.
Yeah, it's just not designed for it. It's like, nope.
I think, honestly, I may be biased as a fucking feeler and whatnot, but I think it's so maybe we're wired that way so that we'll like actually seek out other people to help us with our shit. Because it's like if you can't handle all of it on your own, you kind of need to like at least pair up with someone.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I might just be talking out of my ass.
Nah, it makes sense. Yeah, I was Yeah, I mean, I'm all about that. Just, I don't think it has to be a fucking. Well, you're talking about in general, right? You're talking about friends. You're talking about just crowds in general, just people.
Well, I
What are you
mean,
talking about? What are you talking about? Like a mate, like a partner.
I'm talking about fucking. I kind of feel like there's, at least there should be a difference. Or, I mean, not a difference, but like a somewhere in between, like more than just like, oh, it's a person I met at a party, and then it's like, oh, they're my soulmate. Like I feel like there's something in between there. Like you can have people that are like, your brothers and
Yeah,
whatnot.
yeah.
What's a hip term that the kids would use? My nigga, you know.
My nigga. Yeah, yeah. Me and my niggas.
There you go.
Yeah, that's true, man. I mean, that's what it is. I think it's just gotta find the right crowd. It's kind of hard.
I feel like it's worth it though.
Yeah, it's just yeah, man.
I also feel like with what you're talking about, you're saying you're just doing a whole lot of shit. It doesn't really mean a whole lot. I think, I think, like that desire to like find the meaning and stuff, or at least find some sort of meaning.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's like a sort of battle that you have to go through. But if you manage to find some meaning, like it'll feel like a real victory. Like it won't just be like, oh, it's not like a small victory. It's like it's one of those bigger life goals that I think a lot of people get short sighted on just because it's difficult to understand in the scope. Like if you're living moment to moment throughout the day, or even with routines,
Mm-hmm.
you may get into the groove of like how things seem because of like how things have been repeating.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I think I think there's like larger sort of battles or like struggles that we have in our life that like once we finally get the answer to those things, it like opens up a whole new like way of seeing things.
Yeah, yeah. It's
But yeah, go ahead.
yeah. It's just weird because how socially like social isolation. So it's like okay, like people just can't read you. Like people be like, okay, you're working two jobs and you got like you're not in debt. Like I have. If you look objectively, it's kind of like okay, you have it pretty sweet, dude, and why are you complaining? It's like yeah, but so what? I don't know. In my mind, it's just like I cannot connect at all. It's like okay, I'm doing a bunch of things that makes me socially. Uh, I don't know. It's like okay, I just feel like a tool. It sounds so like it's annoying because I feel like I'm just a social tool. It feels like I'm just nothing but I'm just helping other people. There's no benefit to me really. There's no like subjective like personal meaning to me to why I'm doing this. It's just like okay, I'm in the military, so I'm helping my government. I'm helping my whatever. I'm
Right.
putting my body in harm's way. I'm putting my harm.
Mm-hmm.
Sacrificing my time. I'm working another job. Okay, so I have a little bit more money, but I'm not even enjoying my money because all I do is work. So it just sits away somewhere. It's like, okay, I'm in a relationship, and people are like, oh, that's so good that you're in a relationship. And it's like, I don't value uh, a partner because my brain is set up that it's like, I know if I don't have this partner, I can have any, that this is not the only one. It's like, I don't know. It's just weird.
Yeah. Obviously we're two different people that have approached life in considerably
Yeah.
different ways, but like I know what you're talking about in some sense because it's sort of what I've been struggling with. As recently, I've been talking to people about how I I feel like too much of like me having fun or too much of like me trying to meet goals in life is like a consumer mindset where it's like I'm outsourcing my creativity or my sense of what fun is or being alive is to other people to tell me
Yeah.
like what being alive is. And I'm like, I wanna do shit like, write a book or do voice acting or stuff like that, because it's not like, oh, let's save up some money and then for like a vacation go here to this place and do the fun other people have set up for us. It's like
Yeah,
I want to generate my own shit.
yeah, it's your own experience for you, and then it draws other people in to find. It's not a purpose. Yeah, I feel you would. Yeah, I'm hard to find the words here, but yeah, I get it. It's just everything here it's so systematic. It's like, oh, okay, you're gonna work, and then you get to, then you get to chill for a week, and yay, and then it's back to the grind. And I guess that week makes up for the rest of the time that you spend doing the shit you don't like doing. It's like,
Right.
what? It's like, that's life.
I don't always use maxims just because sometimes they seem a bit too cheesy or whatnot. But there's one that kind of like, it's if you have to take a vacation for from your life, don't come back.
Yeah.
It's like I get that, because sort of what I've been trying to avoid, just through not wanting to do things exactly like how other people say to do them.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you, man. It's just, I think Steve Jobs said a pretty good one. He was like, if I wake up and today I say, I ask myself, do I want to do what I want? Like, what I'm going to do today, do I want to do it? And if I wake up and the answer is no 20 times, I completely stop what I'm doing and I do something completely different. And that's kind of like how I live. I obviously just can't ditch the, freaking what I'm in right now because,
Right.
Contracts and whatnot. But, yeah, that's how I feel. It's like, yeah, it's like, why the fuck should you stay in something because it's comfortable? So then when you're old, you can say, oh, well, I made it. I survived, and now I can live comfortably, and I'm 60-something. I don't really have the energy or the drive or the passion or the capacity to do what I could have when I was young and could have, influenced as many people as possible. Now I have to just die here as comfortably. And to die comfortably. It's like, well, I'm going to die anyway. Fuck it. We're all going to fucking, I don't know. Everybody like laughs when I say that we're all going to die, but it's like, that's legit shit, man. We're all gonna fucking die, and it really does not matter what you do. Like, you're gonna die when it's your time, man. It's like, why are you so scared to be 65 and hurting? I really don't like. It sounds so dumb. Everybody doesn't conceive that concept, but it's like, I don't care if I'm 65 and hurting because I'm freaking 20 something and I'm confused and hurting now.
Right.
And it's not gonna change. Life is suffering to some degree. Even when you wake up and you live your passion every day, there's some suffering in that. Whether that's you don't have your finances together or whatever. Let's say you do have your finance. Let's say everything's perfect. Something stupid's gonna happen. Something like you're gonna have a fucking cheating wife whore, or you're gonna fucking have kids you don't like, or your fucking parents are gonna die. You're gonna have to bury something is gonna happen. That's shitty. It doesn't matter what the fuck you do and how safe you set it up. You're gonna go through tragedy. So do what the fuck you want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'm so scatterbrained, man. I left my keys.
Oh,
fuck.
How cold is it?
Yeah, it's not that cold, man.
Okay.
How cold is it up there in Ohio? Ohio.
Ohio. It ain't too bad. We had fucking winter weather the other day.
Yeah, we did fucking too, man. It was fucking balls deep freezing like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Balls deep. Man. Yeah, man. But what I really want to do is, man, like, my friend came down here.
Yeah.
And it was so cool, just like realizing the connection that like guys have with each other on some no homo shit. There's like, oh, you have a girlfriend. It's awesome. It's like, nah, it's not awesome. She does not get me. There's an intimacy that is awesome, but it's like people need to find balance, man. It's like it's just unhealthy to be around. At least for me, just be around feminine energy too much. It's also unhealthy to be around competition too much, like guys and shit. It's like I don't know. But there's those people that there are a few people, and again, mostly guys, usually guys for me. That's like it doesn't matter what the fuck I'm doing, what time. I don't really get tired of them. And my one friend was one of them. Like his values are just the same as me. It's like if I'm gonna go through some shitty shit, this is the right person to go through it with. And if I'm gonna go through something fun, it's the right person. You know,
Yeah.
it's like it's just that there's no social shame. You know,
How do you mean?
it's like I don't know. I was thinking about something really deep, and it's like just being a man. Like how I don't know, there's a lot of this bullshit going on. Like especially with I don't want to blame it on feminism or anything because it's guys too. It's like everyone. It's like you gotta work, right? You gotta work and be financially stable. And that's for society's sake. You gotta be fit for the opposite sex, and also to defend yourself. It's just a lot of shit, man. It's like fuck, man. I don't know, I'm not really articulating it well, but it's just I see like a bunch of dots in my head. Can't really put them all together, but it's like it's rough being a dude, man. I don't care what anyone says. I don't go fuck what chicks say and how fucking I'm so hard being a girl. It's like no, fuck, dude. It's hard as fuck being a man. It's hard as fuck not knowing what the fuck you're supposed to do. It's hard as fuck thinking that like you're literally just a fucking tool. That's all you are.
fucking think women know what they're doing?
Huh?
You fucking think women know what they're doing?
No, fuck no.
Then all your complaints are literally redundant, considering they're complaints for both sexes.
What?
Oh.
It's not about you, Liz. Shut up.
It's not about you either.
It is about me because I'm talking about me.
Okay, but you can't just make it general.
He's pouring out his heart and feelings, Liz. Why do you God.
It's hard being a guy and fuck what girls say because it's so hard being a man.
I said both, and that's another thing that you're proving my point there. It's like I can't even speak my mind and just say, man, it's fucking tough right now. I'm going through some shit. To say, oh no, just suck it up. Yeah.
I'm not
Girls go through shit too.
I'm saying that don't make general claims about it's harder being a man than it is being a woman. You can say it's having a rough.
I didn't say harder. I said it's fucking hard being a man. End statement. Period.
I mean, you said fuck girls, thinking that it's hard being a girl. It's fucking hard being a guy.
He's still didn't. He still didn't fuck up.
I didn't fuck up whatsoever, and you didn't let me continue my point. And before you jumped in, I was also saying that it's society in general. It's other men too. It's just like a man is a very isolated. It's like being a man is like being on an island. There's really no support group. I feel like besides a very few group of guys who again that don't need you social shame for everything. Those are it's far and few.
You're kind of you're breaking up a little bit. Can you give it just a second?
No, that's fine. Can you hear me? Ken?
I gotta wait for it. It's still crackly. Who's the blankie in the background?
Hello, Ken.
I don't know who you are.
I'm a secret.
Oh, is it Rain?
Better?
Oh, hey.
Better?
Uh,
Can you guys
yeah,
hear?
I think, yeah.
Alright. Yeah. All I'm saying is it's just weird. There's a lot of isolation. I don't know. Involved
I
with
feel that, Kodo. Society is all set up for women.
I want to say that.
They are a
I wouldn't say
majority.
that, but
They're a majority. We're a
I'm talking
minority.
Well,
about
because
back in like
there's
5 minutes in my room.
there's a concept people have when they talk about society, and the problem is there's gradations of what that is. So when you say society is for women, I'm like, which one?
I'm literally so confused right now. Are you being serious?
Oh,
Not
hey,
you.
is it the pee-pee girl?
Pee-pee.
The pee-pee girl. She's self-conscious about the sound of her pee.
Oh, it's me.
I remember you.
Thanks.
I like how Kodo had a point and he was articulating it well, but Raid's like, yeah, and then just throws that shit pile.
And then he's gone. His phone was.
I think my internet's fucking up. I can't hear anyone.
That might just be you tuning people out.
No, like everyone's cutting out robotic voices.
Domo arigato, Mr.
Can you hear this?
Roboto, domo
Like,
domo.
Ken, you're the only person that I can hear. Clearly.
Well, that's that. Thank you. Now Rain's just making mouse noises.
I am a robot.
So, hey Liz.
Yeah.
So I had a question about yesterday when you first you were talking about okay, first of all, sorry, my feeling functions are compelling me. First of all, you're not in trouble. I'm not like coming at this like like out of anger or something. But yesterday when you were telling me that you thought I was trying too hard to be funny,
Oh yeah.
I mentioned afterwards that, oh, okay, I'm just processing that in my mind right now. And you said something, I can't remember exactly what it was, but you said something to the effect of, right, but you don't have to do that right now.
Yeah.
Were you saying that because, like, well, was it like you weren't wanting that to get in the way of, like, social interaction?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was a thought that occurred to me while I was at work tonight, but like it was fucking surprising how long it took for me to get to that point. Because like immediately after you had said that, I was like, like it, like.
Oh, you didn't understand why I said that?
Right. Like I thought you had said it like, here's the thing, I didn't like consciously in my head decide, oh, you're saying it for anarchy or whatever. Like that's not like what I arrived at. However, I got defensive over it.
I mean, that's fair, I guess.
I don't. I guess I'm not really making a claim as to what's fair or whatnot, but I'm just saying that was my reaction, and it took me a while to come to the conclusion that's possible you're just saying that so that it didn't interrupt social interaction. And then when I had that thought, I was like, oh, holy shit, I really hope that's what it was, because that's way better of an explanation. And, something not really, it's not something I need to be paranoid about. It can, Audra. It's a possibility.
Circus in the other room, which
Audra, you have wind.
I know that's why I was chatting and eating.
Yeah. Where are we at now in the conversation?
We at sorry, I had to shiver. I don't know. I took a break to talk with Liz. Yeah, you were making your comment about isolation, man being an island.
Yeah, sort of. I mean, this isn't an attack on. I don't want Liz to like get all freaking.
Well, Liz is gone, so.
All right, or whatever. Then I'll just skip it. So it's not an attack on women. I'm not saying like women don't get lonely and stuff. I'm just saying, like, even just more objectively speaking, like this is me speaking subjectively mostly, but even if you look at it objectively, it's like fuck. It's like I don't know. I don't feel like I have any sort of support system whatsoever. So even me being in this military thing, man, it's like, fuck, man. I die, so what? There's another motherfucker, a younger guy who's stronger, who's gonna take my place. So I'm making all this money, right? But at the end of the day, because I'm the one who's doing best in my family, guess who has to take fucking care of my disabled little brother? My fucking mom and dad when I get old as fuck. It's gonna be me. Yeah, I have a fucking chick right now. Cool. She's in freaking like $100 trillion of student fucking debt, college loans. Am I ever gonna find a woman who's gonna freaking pay for my, college loans or debts? Probably not. And it's not an attack on women. It's just I just feel like right now it's like fuck. I don't really have any sort of error whatsoever. Like any margin of error. Like it's all on fucking me all the time. And yeah, man, I just a man is not a special snowflake. A man is just it's extreme isolation, man. And if he dies, there'll be another one to take his place, man. That's all there is. I don't know if that's depressing or what, but that's...
So the comment I was making about like society and whatnot, because after Rain's comment, how he was like, society is just made for women and stuff like that. I don't know if you were there, but I told him, I was like, well, there's like everybody has their own concept of what society is, and there's probably gradations of what society actually is. So it's like when people say society, my response is kind of like, okay, which society are you talking about? And as far as, first of all, I want to say like the stuff you're talking about, I agree, those are problems. However, as far as the like utilizing the term society, it's like you were talking about guys being more replaceable and whatnot. You could also say to the opposite effect that women are more tied up in a shared idea of what society is. I'm not particularly saying that, but I'm saying if you're riffing off of what you're saying, you might be able to add that. But basically, if sort of excluding gender from what I'm saying at this point and moving on to the more social aspect of it, if you're not particularly tied up, if you don't have this support or like social system, nice. If you don't have that sort of social system, you're also not wrapped up as much in another person's idea of what that is, because it's like there's a pool going on there. Like if you have a support system, then you're also wrapped up in other people's idea of what that support system is. If you're more independent and you're on your own, it's true, the weight is more on you, but it's also up to you to more directly determine what that is. And if you find people to create a support system out of, you have an opportunity to find people who more closely match your idea of what society is as compared to, or maybe not necessarily society, but a social group is. So it's like I think there's an opportunity to find guys and possibly girls too that sort of understand things in a way more similarly to you.
Yeah, that's basically what I was getting at. And yeah, I guess the reason why I said men, is because I don't give a shit about political correctness. But what I want you to understand, my understanding is just that my friend came down here and it was like, oh wow, like this person actually gets me, because for the most part, again, like he has the same similarities. Like everything is, we experience the same freaking thing. Why? Because of those similarities, and one of that has to be being fucking having a dick. Another one has to be being in the military and knowing that you're fucking replaceable like a motherfucker. It's just, I don't know. I don't really see that. been hanging out with a lot of college people and shit, and a lot of like, just I haven't really been dating, but I've been messing around with chicks, and it's just like our outlook of the world is completely different. It's completely just. I don't give a shit about social interaction that much, Like I don't really care, but I like social harmony, man. But it's not the root of my existence. If my freaking someone just butthurt about me, I don't care. I can just not talk to them. It will not affect me,
Mm-hmm.
It just doesn't. It just feel like I said, just more of an isolated feeling. Just like it's more about action. It's more about like. I don't know if it's self-preservation or what, but it's like it's a little bit of novelty and self-preservation at the same time, and it's just I don't know. It's like those people just don't freaking see it that way, man. They're just going with the social norm, and they just think this is what it is. They don't ever question it. It's like, oh yeah, you get freaking married, huh? You just freaking get a nice steady job. Oh yeah, you just gotta go through college and. I don't know, man. My thoughts aren't even consistent, man. But can you? I'm not articulating it. Like I'm not.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
You can understand it though. Like you're not. Don't take
that's good.
my word, but you get what I'm trying to say, right? The gist.
Yeah, I get the cut of your jib. I get it.
Yeah. Just I don't know. It fucking hurts, man. I don't really see too many people with as much existential angst as me, except like 1 out of freaking 20 dudes.
Mm-hmm.
And like, 1 out of freaking 500 females. I've met some cool chicks, but
Yeah, I get the existential angst thing.
Yeah. Cognition, yeah, I see it. That's also another part of it. I was hit it on nail too. Cognition is part of it.
Yeah, that's definitely something I've run up against because, like, from like my understanding of like NI, I'm not so sure about any, but it's like as far as that goes, like supposedly I'm supposed to be able to do well in environments where there's really not much data to go on. Mm-hmm. It's basically like the term winging it. It's like that. I'm supposed to be more at home doing that, but it's like I grew up hearing stories of like, well, you do this, like you go to school, you get your degree, you get a job, you get married, have some kids. I'm like, oh, okay, that's the plan. And like I internalized that as, oh, that's important. And it's like somewhere in my teenage years, like I realized something's wrong, something's not right.
It's like I've said this many times. It's like if tomorrow the currency is shit, people will start shitting in bags and start trading it for groceries.
What was that?
Like I said, it's just social freaking. I don't know, just the social norms, man. Like if the currency was shit tomorrow instead of like freaking dollar bills, and people start shitting in bags, saving up their poop, storing it in lockers. I don't know. None of it makes sense to me. The more I just like understand objectively what the world is and how it is.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Everything's just contradictory. It's like, okay, you're supposed to get married and da-da-da, right? But then what's up with this whole like social justice fucking feminism bullshit where it's like, okay, you're supposed to find yourself the right woman, right? But apparently,
so
at the same time, chastity is out the window too. So I'm supposed to believe that I'll find a nice, right, good girl, but she's been pounded out by 30 dicks. She does not respect me being a man because she's a feminist. So I'm supposed to believe that I gotta find a good girl, a good feminist girl who loves getting dicked down by all kinds of dudes and think there's nothing wrong with that. I shouldn't slut shame her. And then two, she doesn't respect me and always is thinking that, whenever I suggest something to her or try to guide her, I'm just being a patriarchal, whatever, fucking douchebaggy, dominant, over fucking hyper-masculine male. Like, what the fuck? Where's the compromise in that? Everything society does is just contradictory.
So I struggle with that too, actually a lot. But it's kind of what I was talking about with the different gradations of society. I think more so, those are different societal messages. Because it's like you got a society that's like feminism, it's concerned with a particular agenda. You get a society that's like the military, it's concerned with a particular agenda. Exactly. I think what's going on is you got multiple agendas that you personally are amalgamating based on your own fears. I'm not saying it's only fears. I'm not saying it's only bad. I'm not saying how you think about these things is only a negative thing. However, I'm saying to the extent that it's a problem, it's based on your fears.
Oh yeah, no, definitely, that's true. This is a lot of. It's a lot of. I see the objective world, but I can't to understand the objective world completely objective. I don't think it's possible. Again, you're a human being. You have to. You can only go off of. No matter how much, you're always going to go off of your experience and how you feel. Mm. Feelings. I don't know. Feelings are. There's no way to separate feelings from what people would say objective truth. There's no way to only think. There's no way to go about your life completely rational. Because if it was to live completely rational, I'd probably just be content with sitting in a corner, fetal position, and getting 3 meals a day and getting exactly 2,000 calories a day. And that's obviously not how I see the world, or most people don't see the world. So I see your point there. Yeah, it's true. It's a lot of fear. It's just like, what the fuck? It's like, I don't want to just put it against a particular group, but again, the experience is like the military. It's like, I'm told that I am, it's just a contradictory of any social structure. They don't really know how to. People aren't really willing to debate the contradiction of their own ideology. So it's like, you're the greatest thing in the fucking world. You're a modern day Spartan, but you're also a piece of shit, and you're also fucking an enlisted person, and you got to do whatever the fuck you're supposed to say, and you're completely replaceable, and you're basically just cheap labor. And when old people freaking say we don't like this country, and the other old people of that nation say it, the young people of both nations die, and not the old people who fucking started it all. It's like, dude, what the fuck? I'm supposed to be cool with that. I'm supposed to find some pride in that. And it's like, whoa. Jesus.
Yeah. I'm not sure, kind of based off of what you're talking about. Like, I think some of what you're touching on sounds like, in terms of like instincts, like self-preservation dominant. That's what it sounds like. I'm not sure. Don't hold me to that, but just kind of what you're talking about, it's reminded me of myself, where it's like I'm trying to get shit figured out based on, like, really, I think what's most important to me, which is questions pertaining to myself. Who am I? Where do I fit in? Do I fit in at all? How am I going to go about achieving the things that I want to achieve? What makes me feel alive? What am I afraid of? Just like different questions pertaining to the self. I'm not saying it's strictly self-pres dom, but it's just that's what's coming to mind for me anyway. Audra, just because lots of people are saying something doesn't make it important.
That's true. Yeah. I don't know. And no, I know what you mean. And again, that's all. You pretty much gonna nail. It's just me trying to figure out what's good for me. It's both. It's trying to be a special snowflake, I guess, if there is one. The more I try to, discover how to be a special snowflake, the more.
Well, that's the great thing, is that you don't have to be a special snowflake according to other people. I think if you find what works for you, it won't really matter whether or not you look like somebody else, because it'll work for you and you won't give a shit.
Yeah,